welcome to the old city of Luxembourg. So the Luxembourg city is known for its ruins of medieval fortifications and is situated on a sandstone plateau into which the Alzette River and its tributary, the Petruse, have cut deep winding ravines. So we are now walking towards the train station in Luxembourg City, which is where our walking tour will start in few minutes. By the way, all the public transport in Luxembourg City is completely free for everyone. So another interesting fact about Luxembourg is that the residents here earn twice as much as Americans and have one of the lowest GDP debt ratios. In terms of wealth, Luxembourg is the richest nation on earth. So we are now at our first stop of the walking tour, and this is the main commercial bank of Luxembourg, which was founded in 1839 and is completely controlled by the government of Luxembourg. We are now walking towards the arched stone bridge built in early 1900s. This bridge was named after Grand-Ducal Adolphe, who reigned Luxembourg from 1890 until 1905. After crossing the bridge, we are now in the old Luxembourg city area, also known as Villehaute. We are now near the Nation Square observation deck, and we can see the beautiful gorge formed by the two rivers in the Luxembourg city. The passerelle, also known as the Old Bridge, is clearly visible from here. We are at the Monument of Remembrance, which is a war memorial in Luxembourg City, dedicated to the thousands of people from Luxembourg who volunteered for service in the armed forces in the World Wars and the Korean War. This statue represents goddess Nike, the Greek goddess of victory or the Queen of Freedom. The Notre-Dame cathedral, which is built in Gothic, Baroque and Renaissance style, and this is the only cathedral in the country of Luxembourg. It was completed in 1621 and it has three towers: the East Tower, the Central Tower and the West Tower. We are now at Monument Corniche, which was erected in 2018 as a tribute to 658 Luxembourg Jews who were transported to Nazi concentration camps. The monument was inaugurated on 75th anniversary of the last train leaving the city for the concentration camps. This is the statue of Grand Duchess Charlotte and it stands in the center of Old Town of Luxembourg. The statue represents the great attachment that the people of Luxembourg had for the Grand Duchess Charlotte, who reigned from 1919 to 1964. We are now at Grand-Ducal Palace of Luxembourg and is the official residence of Grand Duke of Luxembourg, where he performs most of his duties as head of the state.
यहाँ का पैलेस
Antes, el último duque que combatió con Napoleón era el principal de la casa.
Another interesting fact about Luxembourg. So, the foreigners account about 70.6% of city's population, and this is mainly the result of an extremely low birth rate among native Luxembourgers, which has led to a chronic labor shortage. The old historic city of Luxembourg has been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Site. So we know that Luxembourg was a fortified city and a fortress of such a scale that it merited the title of Gibraltar of the North. Within a loop of Alzette River, a rocky promontory called the Bock forms a natural defensive position where the Romans and later the Franks built a fort around which the medieval town developed. Luxembourg city is built on a steep-sided river valley, and the walls of Corniche were built as a defense around parts of the historic center. It's now a walkway offering great views across UNESCO-listed parts of the city. By the way, this area is also known as the Balcony of Europe.
Parte de abajo, ese es rústico, ¿no? El puente de Adolphe no se lo ve de aquí, está al otro lado. El puente que sí se ve sería el de Siegfried, que es este de aquí. Este, pues, como era en hace 1061.
One more interesting fact about Luxembourg is that Luxembourg is one of the de facto capitals of European Union, along with Brussels, Frankfurt, and Strasbourg. We can see Bock casemates, which are the ruins of old fortress. The tunnel system under the fortress, known as the Bock casemates, are the product of Spanish and French ingenuity. They reach as deep 40 meters. While several branches of the casemates are closed, the main passage still exists and is open to the public. The tunnel system had 25 cannon slots for defense. The casemates could serve as barracks for hundreds of soldiers and their horses. This is another viewpoint on the other side of the bridge, which gives a beautiful view of the valley around the Luxembourg city.
Por ascensor también se puede. Aquí hay un ascensor que le lleva al valle del Alcete, también a este valle. Palais, English, Palais. Como es debido, porque este cruce es...
We are now at the three-tower monument. The square central tower dates from the time of second fortification ring, probably around 1200s, while the two circular flanking towers were added in the 14th century. They used to be the part of the medieval wall called Wenceslas Wall surrounding the city to protect it. Until 1810, the tower levels were a prison. Route Piet Square is a great area in the old historic square of Luxembourg for shopping and restaurants. By the way, another interesting fact about Luxembourg is that Luxembourg is home to the restaurant with the largest wine collection in the world. We are now in the area of Place Dame Square, which is where the municipal building is located, and this square is full of hustle and bustle and very lively place to be. We are now at the William Square, and since the middle of the 13th century, this square, named after William II, King of the Netherlands and the Grand-Duke of Luxembourg, has accommodated the church and the monastery of the Order of Saint Francis. In the William Square, there is a monument erected in the memory of Michael Rodingue, who was a writer from Luxembourg. This monument is close by the City Hall. Michael Rodingue's most notable work was Renard, which was published in 1872. We had a great time learning more about the city of Luxembourg with this walking tour. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a great time and bye-bye.